Dr. Ferguson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Madam Secretary. Thank you for being here. I want to see if you can help me understand some math, if you don't mind. With OECD proposals, joint tax said that Pillar 2 is going to cost us $120 billion in tax revenue over a 10-year period, and OECD Pillar 1 would cost us $40 billion over 10 years. This is JCT. So this is, we have to use this. So you're looking at $160 billion, probably on the conservative side, of lost revenue coming into the Treasury because we're turning that revenue over to other countries. All right, if that is the case and we're going to lose that revenue, that's one thing. But I can just point to 2 Georgia companies that will tell you that their analysis of Pillar 1 will cost them combined about $1 billion in sales. Now, if a company is going to lose $1 billion in sales, that means they're going to start cutting back, which means that it's going to put my fellow Georgians out of work. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So again, according to JCT, between Pillars 1 and 2, about $160 billion in lost revenue. Now, just laying the groundwork there. You made mention that you were going to propose or work with the president and our colleagues on the other side of the aisle to raise the corporate minimum tax, AMT, the corporate tax to 28%, implement a new billionaire tax. You had a laundry list of items, correct, that you believe we should be raising taxes on. Okay. So let me ask you something. If a company owes the Treasury $200 million in taxes, and you would like to collect those taxes to help with deficit or spending, correct? But then they can turn around and write off all of that by buying green energy tax credits. How much of that money then of that $200 million is going to come into the Treasury? If I can wipe out my tax liability by buying green energy tax credits, what good does that do in coming into the Treasury?
Well, if the firm is using the transferability feature to buy these tax credits, then another company that we want to benefit from those credits, the stimulus and incentive that they offer, but that lacks sufficient tax liability. This is a way in which we provide.
But we're giving a pass to. Analysis has shown that about 90% of these tax credits are going to go to companies with over $1 billion in revenue. And again, if you're looking to bring revenue into the Treasury to pay for whatever.
Look, it's really the same thing as essentially making the tax credits refundable, which would have been an alternative.
Why would we do that? Why would we give companies like Amazon and Walmart, these major corporations, refundable credits to go spend money in the green energy sector?
Because many of the companies that are responding to the IRA and building the clean energy economy we want to see are companies that lack sufficient tax liability to be able to benefit from these tax incentives.
Wait a minute. Madam Secretary, reclaiming my time, if you're going to go down that road and you're going to say companies lack that tax liability, why are we doing it on green energy and not looking at pharmaceuticals, not looking at other technology? But bottom line, why wouldn't we just say to Amazon, okay, not to pick on them, but they are a highly profitable company. Why not just say, you've got to pay your taxes, and then you go buy a fleet of battery-powered vans if you want to. You're cutting revenues. You're giving a tax break to the very people that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle are saying have to go. They want them to pay their fair share, but they're not going to pay their fair share because they're going to go down this this green energy deal that absolutely undermines our competitiveness. It doesn't make sense. The math doesn't add up. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.